So I'm just gonna make a quick video here to tell what I'm having for Thanksgiving. We host. Jennifer's family comes, my family comes. The last couple of years, my menu has changed a lot because it's gotten rid of the sugar and the flour and stuff. There's still a few things that make it here, like mac and cheese and stuffing and stuff that other people make. But I'll tell you just the keto options, basically, of what we're having at my Thanksgiving. So first, I'm going to deep fry a turkey and deep fry a turkey breast. So we should have plenty of turkey meat. That's the first thing on the list. I've been trying to change this meal to cheeseburgers for decades, and they keep telling me we have to have turkey. I don't know why. I'd rather have a cheeseburger. My mother-in-law is bringing a ham. So we have turkey and ham. And this year I'm adding a new meat. I'm adding my bacon cheeseburger explosion. So I have a video on how to make that. It's essentially a bacon weave around a big block of beef that is stuffed with bacon and some no sugar added barbecue sauce. And I'm gonna put a block of cheese in the middle of them. I'm gonna make 2 of those. And then it's put in the smoker for a couple hours to cook. And I had that on the menu for a few days when Jennifer actually asked me if I was trying to change the meal to cheeseburgers. So she caught on, but we're having something similar to bacon cheeseburgers that'll be available there. So those are the meats we're having. And then as far as the vegetables and vegetable sides, I guess, I'm having cranberry sauce. Very simple cranberry sauce that I make. It's cranberries, orange zest, allulose, and water. That's all that I put in it. That's the only ingredients. Makes it fast. I'll be making that early in the week, and it'll be ready all week, basically. And then I'm making a broccoli and cauliflower salad, which is mayonnaise based. It has a little bit of sweetness in it. It has bacon, cheese, broccoli, cauliflower. I do have a recipe video for that from a long time ago as well. Next, I'm going to make mashed cauliflower. So last year, I started with Keto Connect's recipe for it, but I really didn't follow it that well. I changed it a lot to make it my type of mashed cauliflower. But I started with a whole head of cauliflower. But my least favorite thing about this menu is essentially cutting up all of the cauliflower. I don't like doing it. So I found some bags of like already riced cauliflower. I'm gonna try to make mashed cauliflower out of that. I'm gonna test it on Monday and see how well that works. It says you can microwave it even, so that would be awesome. We're gonna try it and see if that works. That's how I'll make it for Thursday. If that doesn't work out well, then Thursday will be with a whole head of cauliflower, or 2 or 3 heads of cauliflower, so everybody has plenty of it. Next thing on my list is the sweet potato casserole. This is pretty much too crazy, or sorry, not too crazy kills. This is pretty much the casserole from Keto Connect. They have a sweet potato casserole there's no sweet potatoes in it. It uses cauliflower and canned pumpkin. I don't care for the topping they put on it. I'm allergic to cinnamon and all that kind of stuff, and I don't like the coconut oil on the top. So I do change the topping up. I was gonna just put Maxmellow marshmallows on the top, but I waited too long to order them. So now I'm gonna make a pecan topping. I'll be making that different than what they make. And then I'll be having some creamy bacon and Brussels sprouts. Creamy Brussels sprouts with bacon, I guess. It's actually from Keto Connect's cookbook that I'll be making. I made it a couple years ago at Thanksgiving and it was awesome. Most people that tried it, it was about their favorite thing there. It's really good. And that's in their actual cookbook. It's not on their website. All right, and after the vegetables, the other sides, I'll be having deviled eggs. I've had deviled eggs at Thanksgiving every year of my entire life. And then we'll be having gravy. So as far as gravy goes, I typically start with butter and some chicken broth. And then I got these little packets of butter I made Sunday night, actually. So I made a bunch of flavored butter. If you've seen Steve from Serious Keto stuffing Truffles, He starts that out by making some seasoned butter. It's butter with all these herbs and onions and stuff in it. I made 4 times the amount that his recipe calls for. And I made a whole bunch of little blocks of butter and they're in the freezer. So it has, your sage and your thyme and your rosemary and parsley and all those flavors of Thanksgiving in it. I put that in the gravy. I use a hand mixer at the end and it's a pretty smooth gravy. And then I add a little bit of xanthan gum at the end with my gravy, just to help thicken it a little bit. Don't overdo the xanthan gum because it will get gummy. And I was mentioning Steve's stuffing Truffles. That's what I have on my list right now to make. But on Monday, which is today that I'm recording this, on Monday I'm going to try Porking Goods stuffing recipe and see if I like that. If I like that, I might make that Thursday instead. So be determined on which stuffing I'm going to be using. As far as desserts, my brother is going to be making some Reese bars. It's like a peanut butter fudge thing topped with chocolate essentially. And then I'm going to be making my maple pecan pumpkin cheesecake. I had a video on that last year. I got a lot of feedback on that video. People that made that absolutely loved it. Some of them said it was their favorite dessert ever. It's really good. I make it with a pecan crust in that video. I think I'm going to make it with shortbread cookies from High Key this time instead, because I have some, because they sent me some. I got some in a box or at an event or something. But I have some of those, and I think I'm going to use those instead since I have them sitting around. Those cheesecakes are good even if you just don't have a crust and just put it in like a silicone thing. It pulls right out. It's a great cheesecake. I like the topping on it too, pecan topping. And then I'm going to make brownies. So I'm going to be taking 2 boxes actually of brownie mix from, I think it's Duncan Hines that has the Keto Brownie mix. There's a lot of good brownie mixes out there. It's one of the things that I think it's Duncan Hines. I don't know. It's one of those popular brands. Their ingredients are actually pretty decent. And I found if I take 2 boxes and mix them together and sprinkle in some Lily's chocolate chips, that they're really good brownies. So that's what I'm going to be doing and fixing it that way. And then we will have water and diet soda available to drink. There's only 5 or 6 things listed on our entire menu that are not low carb or keto friendly. And I'm not going to go through those, but it's the stuff like mac and cheese and stuff that the kids are probably going to be eating mostly. And there's some adults that are going to be eating that kind of stuff too. But we have a good amount of people that don't eat it. So our menu's the menu I make is kind of geared away from that now. But that's my menu. If you see this video now early, before I start making stuff, and there's a recipe video that you want to see that I don't have out there for anything I mentioned, let me know and I'll try to make it as I make this. But that's our Thanksgiving for 2021.
So while I was editing this video tonight, I got a couple edits. First, I forgot to mention my biscuits. I will use Keto Connect's biscuit recipe a lot for their air fryer biscuits, and I use Keto Chow's drop biscuit recipe a lot. I'll be making Keto Chow's drop biscuit recipe for Thanksgiving. And additionally, I did try the Porking Good pork rinds stuffing recipe, and that is going to be my stuffing for Thursday. That was really good. So that finalizes my menu, I guess.